What does a state government with the highest debt in Australia and a daily interest bill of over $25 million every day of the week, what does a dysfunctional government like that do to rein in spending? Now, you'd think they'd trim the public service, get rid of some back office time servers, those seat warmers dressed in their leisure wear, working from home, refusing to come back to the office. They could do that. Or you could wake up and scrap the bloated, unwanted Suburban Rail Loop in Melbourne, a train from somewhere you don't want to be, going to somewhere you don't want to go to. But no, the Victorian Treasurer Tim Pallas, who has presided now, incredibly, over 10 budgets, now instead has pulled out his red pen and inexplicably he started slashing funding for cancer research. Now, you can't make this stuff up. Now, listen to the numbers. Medical research investment, largely being spent on world-leading cancer research, was $108.1 million in 2022-23, so last financial year. So $108 million. Pallas stands up on Tuesday in the Victorian Parliament and without any hint of embarrassment reveals that funding into cancer will this financial year be $57.3 million, almost halved. It gets worse, though. The Comprehensive Cancer Centres Alliance, which is a group of cancer researchers, will this financial year receive $20 million less than they did last financial year. As I said, you can't make this stuff up. This centre, run by Professor Graham Clark, by the way, they used that funding in the past to develop, among other things, the cochlear ear implant. Now, that's the cuts to cancer research. Then what else do the people who locked up Victorians for longer than anyone else in the world during COVID, what else do they do? Well, they slashed spending, which was already inadequate, in the mental health area. They delayed, great word in budgets that, delayed the rollout of 35 local mental health and wellbeing hubs. Listen to this, given the impact of COVID had on mental health. Funding for the bed-based mental health services of that state will go from $6.3 million to just $1.3 million, a $5 million cut. Incredible, it's mean and it's dangerous. Oh, and by the way, while Tim Pallas took an axe to mental health, he left in that same budget $4 million. And what was that $4 million for? It was for a wealthy football club, an AFL club, Geelong. And that money is set aside to build a new scoreboard at their Geelong football ground. That's a venue, by the way, already showered with state and federal taxpayers' money. Why? It's surrounded on all sides by marginal state and federal seats that Labor needs to hold. What a disgrace.